How's it going, guys? This is Ryan here from Plus on Block. As you can see here, I got my hands on the beta this morning playing Lancelot, the character that I am going to main. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips, some advice, so when you guys get into the beta this weekend or later on tonight, you guys have a little bit of an edge up on the opponent, because there are some key things about Lancelot that you need to know. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, tip number one, do not spam Turbulence. Now, Turbulence is Lancelot's ability where you can activate it by double tapping down and pressing square, triangle, or circle, or you could just press down and the skill button. So, guys, keep in mind that this move, while it is a great mix-up tool, because the square version allows you to stay in front, triangle version allows you to go behind the opponent, and circle version is a mix-up. You kind of get to choose the direction where you want to go. It is a very good mix-up tool, but it is unsafe. It's high risk, high reward. You can be hit out of the animation when you're coming down in the air. It is not invincible, okay? So when you are going up against characters like Granblue, like Catalina, like Fairy, that have access to easy anti-airs on the ground, and like Lancelot as well, who doesn't have the best anti-air on the ground, but has a very strong air-to-air, this is something that can be easily countered. Now, where this comes in handy, where the benefit of this move comes in, is when you mix it up. When you condition your opponent to block, now you can kind of throw these in and mix them up, stay in front, go behind. Not only that, but then also, of course, you can do it on their wake up as an Oki tool, right? And force them to block that way and mix it up in that sense, instead of just doing it in block string. So it has its uses, it has its benefits, but I'm telling you guys, don't spam it, because it might work in the beginning. When you guys hop into the beta, people don't know. It's like, oh shit, which side is he on? Now he's in the front, now he's in the back. And then people realize that they could just anti-air you. So, and then you can literally get a full combo off anti-airs in this game. So I'm telling you guys from now, it happened to me. Don't spam it, alright? Okay, tip number two. Definitely want to take advantage of your EX moves, especially your EX Wogenstrom. I'm just going to call it EX Fireball because it's easier for me. Your EX Fireball is very good. So your regular Fireball, obviously, is single hitting. You can use it to control space. It's really good for when you're facing characters like Fairy, characters like Catalina as well, that kind of outrange you. But of course, when you use the EX version, it is very, very strong. It is a multi-hitting move, which makes it really good. But the reason why it's so good is because you can use it defensively and offensively. When you are going up against a character like Catalina, who has access to a counter, has access to a shield, keep in mind that that ability can only counter one move, and then she strikes, right? When you use your EX Fireball, it's a multi-hitting move, so she can use her barrier, but she's gonna tank the first hit, and then she'll take the follow-up hit. The really good thing about the EX Fireball as well is that it has an insane amount of hits done. So once you land it, you can, even if you're like kind of mid-screen, you can dash in, you can use Lancelot's command dash, you can go in and then follow up with the combo and continue your pressure that way and get an Oki setup. You know what I mean? So it has a lot of uses. It's also extremely good in block strings, point blank, because it forces the opponent to block. If they're in the corner and you have EX Fireball, they have to hold a mix up, because you can start your block string, then you can go into your EX Fireball. When you go into EX Fireball, they're blocking it. It's about 3 or 4 hits, I believe. Now you can go for the overhead or the low. Now, if you go for the overhead or the low, at that point, your EX Fireball is still hitting. So if your overhead hits or your low hits, depending on which way they're blocking, you now get a full mix-up and you can lead into another pressure string. So it's a very, very strong tool. You want to abuse your EX Fireball as much as possible. Okay, so for tip number 3, I want to talk about how we should be ending our combos, like what skill, what special move we should use to end our combos depending on where we are on the screen. So first and foremost, keep in mind that I only had a couple hours with the beta. I had about 3 hours with the beta. The beta was up for 5 hours, so you guys all know how short of a time that is. But from what I've seen on Twitter, what I've seen in my matches and things that I've had success with, I would highly recommend ending your combos in Blade Impulse. Not the EX version, but in just regular Blade Impulse. Now, of course, you can use the EX version in some situations, but the reason why I say to use Blade Impulse, and by the way, that can be activated by using forward, forward, square, triangle, or circle. The reason why I say you want to end in that move is because it gives you insane Oki. It gives you insane setup. So basically, Blade Impulse gives a hard knockdown, right? After that hard knockdown, you are literally right in front of them. right in front of them. And at that point, that's when they have to guess. It is extremely dangerous. Now, you can easily bait a DP by using an evasive maneuver and going to the other side if you feel like they're the person that continues to DP over and over again, so you get a free mix-up, free damage. You can go into a Skybound art and do a ton of damage and punish them that way. You can go for overhead. You can use your EX Fireball on their wake-up, force them to block, and go for a high-low mix-up. You can go for Turbulence, stay in the front, stay on the same side, change it up with the EX version. There's so many different things that you can do after Blade Impulse mid-screen. It puts a lot of pressure. Now, of course, you can use your EX Southern Cross, your Rekka, you can use that because it has a very, very good corner carry if you do want to use that. So if you want to get them into the corner, you can do that. If you are mid-screen and you can't bring them to the corner, I would go with Blade Impulse. If you do already have them in the corner as well, I would go with EX Southern Cross to end off our combos, or regular Southern Cross, just because it does do a really good amount of damage. Blade Impulse doesn't do as much damage, but it does give good Oki. So that's, in my opinion, how you should be ending your combos with Lancelot. Of course, who knows? I could be completely wrong, but I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that in the comment section below, because maybe I'm completely wrong, and if I'm completely wrong, then, you know, I want to correct that, because I want all of us Lancelot mains to eat. You feel me? Alright guys, so that's 3 tips for Lancelot to help you guys out in terms of the beta tonight and this weekend. I hope you guys have a ton of fun. Let me know what type of stuff you guys cook up. You guys can find my Twitter in the description, so you guys can send me some stuff that you guys cook up. Send me some clips if you guys want to as well, of some things that you pull off in the beta, so, you know, I can steal them and I can learn from it. Alright guys, so I will catch you guys on the next video. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have a ton of clips uploaded for you guys, a ton of matches with things that I've been cooking up, some things that I've been showing off to my friends as well, so stay tuned for that. But hey guys, this is Plus on Block, so don't press any buttons because you'll get counter hit, unless you're pressing that like button or that subscribe button. I'm out. Take it easy guys, have a good one.